Many of us have one teacher we wish we could go back and thank. Best-selling author Brad Meltzer did just that recently, but his high school teacher got more than gratitude. Jamie Wax is here with a story you'll see only on CBS This Morning. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. 13 years ago, Ellen Sherman was diagnosed with a disease that would eventually lead to kidney failure. When nobody in her family was a suitable match, she started to become desperate for a donor. That's when her old high school student happened to call, and everything changed.
How you doing?
I am great, thanks
You
to
look
you.
great.
Almost 30 years ago, Ellen Sherman could never have imagined the impact one of her Miami high school students would come to have on her life. So, how did you meet Brad Meltzer?
Brad Meltzer sat in the second row of my honors American history class when I was a teacher. And I remember him sitting there because he was attentive, which not all high school juniors are.
Me with hair.
Brad went on to become a best-selling thriller and mystery author. He and Mrs. Sherman barely kept in touch, but in 2013, Brad dedicated his book, History Decoded, to his high school history teacher.
I just wanted to thank my teacher. This woman changed my life. She gave me my love of history. She taught me things and had faith in me at a time when really very few teachers took a chance on me.
When he reached out to Mrs. Sherman, as he still refers to her to this day, to tell her the good news, she delivered some news of her own.
Basically paraphrasing, she said, I need a kidney. I'm dying and I need a kidney. And we see you have so many people on Facebook, could you put it on Facebook for me? When I read that email where she asked for help, my heart broke.
Brad posted the request to his 100,000 plus followers, and the response was overwhelming.
All these hundreds of people started calling the University of Miami. We got a frantic call from the donor department. Please stop.
You were getting too many donors.
Too many donors.
Hundreds of people, strangers, were offering to get tested. But after a year and a half, Ellen still didn't have a match. Much time passed, and Brad reached out to his social media base one more time.
Right.
And what happened then?
And Amy came forward. And then all my troubles were over.
So I always wear it this way.
Amy Wagner was on Facebook earlier this year when she saw Brad's post. Usually loath to go to the doctor, she says something compelled her to get tested. A month later, she got the news that she was a match. What does that feel like for you?
It's beyond description, I think, because I've never once wavered. Something subconsciously told me that this was what I was meant to do. This was my purpose in life. Look who's here.
We were there when all three of them met together for the first time.
Every once in a while, you see the best of us. Someone who just says, there's a stranger out there that needs my help, I'll be there. Tell me something that's better than that. That, to me, is the definition of a hero. This was the book that I was writing.
As all of this was unfolding, Brad was writing his latest children's book, I Am Helen Keller, which focuses on the importance of teachers.
But the end of the book, when you see who she really is, says, one last thing. Go say thank you to that teacher who helped you when you needed it most. So, face to face, thank you. I love you for it.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And how have you been?
Through months of doctor's appointments and procedures, Amy's signature smile never left her face. And it was still there last week when she was wheeled into the 10-hour-long surgery. Just one more experience she would endure to save the life of a woman she had never met. In your opinion, is it too much to call this occurrence a miracle?
Miracles involve kind of biblical passages to me. But man, if you're going to put a miracle in the dictionary, I think you could put, a little see Amy and Mrs. Sherman's story.
See you on the flip side.
Okay. Amy's an inspiration to me.
I cannot wait to see you after.
I open my eyes every day and think, what a miracle this is.
Are you so excited?
Both Amy and Ellen are out of the hospital and doing great, and Ellen is already working to send all of the people who got tested but weren't matches to the Flood Sisters Kidney Foundation. That's floodsisters.org, which works to help people like Ellen who are in need of a kidney.
What a beautiful story.
Amazing, and something good that social media did for once, at last.
And a way for Brad to honor his former teacher.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
There is no greater gift to a kid than a great teacher, and it's so nice to be able to pay it back. This is so sweet.
I'm sure that's enough to get a lot of people on that website you mentioned.
I hope it will be, because when you're around this kind of giving, this kind of moment, you realize it's really something amazing that almost anyone could do to be a hero.
Yeah, Brad Meltzer is terrific, and I love those books. They're great kids' books. I Am Helen Keller, I Am Abraham Lincoln, all good ones. Jamie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Nora.